we're going to 4. All right, we're going to do 4 total. Okay, so here they just gave us an equation. We need to look at the graph, okay? So I'm going to put it in y equals, and you can graph it. And I can see on there, okay, it's a cubic function. It's negative. That's why it started this way and went up and went down again. Okay, so I can see my minimum is here and my maximum is there. Okay, but it's kind of hard to see exactly what numbers those are. And especially on the practice, they might be decimals. Okay, but the calculator has a way that you can type it in and it will tell you the maximum and the minimum. Okay. It is second trace. Thank you, Alvaro. Okay. Second trace, we've used it before to find the intersections. Okay. But if you look at 3 and 4, it's got minimum and maximum. Okay. So we're going to use 3, second trace 3 for the minimum. Okay. And so here's the way to do it. It's easy, but you need to follow along so you know how to do it. Everybody get here. You got it in the calculator. You need to do second trace 3. Okay. It's easy to do, but you got to follow along. Okay, they say left boundary. That means we know our minimum is right here. Okay, we need to take our blinker to the left of it. So I'm going to go over left, move it past it to the left, because they want you to find it on the left. Push enter. Okay, and it puts a little marker. Okay, then they want the right boundary. Okay, so then we're going to go to the right of our minimum. Okay, just have to go a little bit to the right, then push enter. Okay, now it gives you these 2 markers, and it's like, okay, I'm going to find a minimum between these 2 markers. That's where you're telling it to look. Okay, once it says guess, push enter and let it guess. And it'll tell you, okay, well, the minimum that I found between those 2 markers that you set was -2 and -5. Okay. Okay, -2, -5. Now I'm going to put a little note on here. I did second trace 3. Okay, because this is what our notes are for, is to tell us how did we get that answer. If you just put the problem and the answer, your notes are worthless if you don't remember how did you get that answer, right? So if I put a little note for myself, oh, I got it by doing this, then that'll help you in the future. Okay, we can do the same thing with the local maximum. Again, I can see it, right? I'm going to do second trace 4 is maximum. Okay, and again, it wants you to go to the left of my maximum. Well, I'm already there. I'm already to the left of my maximum, so push enter. And then it wants you to go to the right of the maximum. Move it over to the right. Okay, and push enter. And now again, it's got these markers. It's going to find my maximum that's between those 2 markers. Okay, and I don't know if it's a little quirk of the calculator. Have y'all done scientific notation yet in science? You know how if it's like e to the -6 is a very, very tiny number? Okay, this should be 0. Okay, I don't know exactly why. And if you look at the table, you can see 0, -1. That is the point. I don't know why when you do that, it doesn't find the exact number on the graph, but it should be 0, -1.
Yeah, they told me e was like, it'll be like at the end it'll be like x10 or something like that. I forgot.
Yeah, it means that you add 6 zeros in front of it, or whatever it was. It was -6, so 6 zeros after the decimal before the number. So that's really, 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 really tiny, microscopic. Okay, and again, make myself a little note. Second trace 4. Okay, that's how I got that. Okay, now they want the increasing intervals. Okay, I am going to draw a little sketch of my graph again because I think the sketches are the easiest. I mean, like a little graph is easiest to see. Okay, and it's going to be really easy. Okay, I'm going to put -2. Oops, I did it wrong. No, yeah, I did it wrong. Hold on. -2, -5, and then 0, -1, and I'm just going to do just a real basic sketch like it looks like on here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay, because this is just a sketch for you to figure it out. But I got my 2 points on there, and that's what's important. right? And what we're worried about on our increasing and decreasing is the x values, okay? That's what I wrote over here, okay? So we're looking at our x values, okay? So that would be the 0, the -2. On the left-hand side, if the arrow keeps going, where is it going to? Right, negative infinity, right? Negative infinity. And on the right-hand side, the arrow keeps going, right, to positive infinity, okay? Because we're just talking about the x-axis. So to the left, it's going to negative, and to the right, it's going to positive infinity. Okay, so they want our increasing interval. Okay, well, how many places on our graph is it increasing? 1. Okay, on the ends or in the middle? Right, in the middle it's increasing. Okay, this is